The case for gun rights, why the Second Amendment is essential for law-abiding citizens. The debate over gun control in the United States has been a long-standing and contentious issue, but at its core, the Second Amendment remains a fundamental pillar of American freedom. The right to bear arms is not just about individual protection. It's about preserving liberty, ensuring equality, and maintaining a balance of power between the people and the government. Despite the ongoing debates, the evidence strongly supports the argument that gun rights are essential for law-abiding citizens and that the Second Amendment is crucial for a safe and just society. Defensive gun uses, a critical tool for protection. One of the strongest arguments in favor of gun rights is the role that firearms play in self-defense. Defensive gun uses, DGUs, are not a rare occurrence. In fact, they happen far more often than many realize. Studies by researchers like Kleck and Marc estimate that there could be as many as 1 to 2.5 million DGUs each year in the United States. These numbers highlight just how critical firearms are for personal protection. But even if we consider more conservative estimates, such as those provided by the National Crime Victimization Survey, NCVS, which suggest that there are about 60,000 to 100,000 DGUs annually, the impact of firearms on personal safety remains undeniable. Even using these lower estimates, the number of defensive gun uses far exceeds the approximately 13,000 to 15,000 firearm-related homicides that occur each year. This stark contrast demonstrates that firearms in the hands of law-abiding citizens save more lives than they take, underscoring the importance of upholding the Second Amendment. The gun as the Great Equalizer. Firearms serve as the ultimate equalizer, allowing individuals to defend themselves regardless of their physical strength, size, or numbers. In a society where not everyone is physically capable of fending off an attacker, the gun provides a critical means of self-defense. Major L. Caudill, USMC, captures this sentiment perfectly. The gun is the only personal weapon that puts a 100-pound woman on equal footing with a 220-pound mugger, a 75-year-old retiree on equal footing with a 19-year-old gangbanger, and a single guy on equal footing with a carload of drunken guys with baseball bats. Without the right to bear arms, the most vulnerable members of society, women, the elderly, and those who live in high-crime areas, would be left defenseless against those who seek to harm them. The ability to own and carry a firearm ensures that everyone, regardless of their physical capabilities, has the means to protect themselves from threats. This is not just about personal safety. It's about ensuring that every individual has the right and the power to defend their life and their freedom. The flaws in aesthetic-based gun laws. Unfortunately, many of the gun control laws in the United States focus more on the appearance of firearms than on their functionality or their role in crime prevention. These aesthetic-based laws, which often ban features like pistol grips, folding stocks, or flash suppressors, are based on misconceptions rather than facts. The reality is that these cosmetic features do not make a firearm more dangerous or lethal. Yet, because many politicians advocating for these laws lack a deep understanding of firearms, they push for regulations that are more about symbolism than substance. These laws do little to enhance public safety while infringing on the rights of law-abiding citizens. By focusing on how a gun looks rather than how it functions, lawmakers miss the mark, creating regulations that are ineffective at best and counterproductive at worst. This disconnect between the realities of gun ownership and the laws intended to regulate it highlights the need for a more informed and practical approach to gun legislation. The Second Amendment, a safeguard against tyranny. The right to bear arms is not just about protecting oneself from crime. It's also about protecting oneself from tyranny. The founders of the United States recognized that an armed populace is a necessary check on government overreach. History shows that disarmament often precedes tyranny. When governments strip their citizens of the means to defend themselves, atrocities often follow. The Second Amendment serves as a powerful reminder that the ultimate power in a constitutional republic resides with the people, not with the government. In a truly civilized society, individuals interact through reason and persuasion, not through force. However, when force is used, the right to bear arms ensures that the playing field is level. As Major Caudill aptly noted, people who argue for the banning of arms ask for automatic rule by the young, the strong, and the many. Disarming the populace does not make society more civilized. It simply shifts the balance of power in favor of those who are physically stronger or more numerous. Addressing concerns about gun control. Some argue that gun control is necessary to prevent accidents and reduce suicides. While these concerns are understandable, they do not outweigh the benefits of gun ownership. Accidental gun deaths, while tragic, are relatively rare compared to the number of lives saved through defensive gun use. Moreover, evidence does not support the idea that restricting access to firearms will significantly reduce suicide rates. Countries like the UK, which have strict gun laws, do not have substantially lower suicide rates than the United States. Those intent on ending their lives often find alternative means, suggesting that the focus should be on improving mental health care rather than on restricting gun ownership. Conclusion. The right to bear arms is a cornerstone of American liberty, providing citizens with the means to protect themselves and ensuring that power remains with the people. Whether we look at the higher estimates of defensive gun uses or rely on more conservative figures, the evidence is clear. Firearms in the hands of law-abiding citizens save lives. The Second Amendment is not just a relic of the past. It is a vital component of a free and just society. Rather than focusing on ineffective aesthetic-based gun laws, we should recognize the importance of the right to bear arms and the critical role it plays in maintaining both personal safety and the balance of power in our constitutional republic.